16 years ago, when I was a guitar student, I had to learn and memorize a bunch of different things. So during this practice, I was hoping that there's a book, that there's a method, a series of exercises, something that would make this practice more fun. Now, after these years, I think I owe to my younger self this approach to practice and this approach to learning. So in this new series of videos, I'm gonna be talking about different musical concepts, but most importantly, I'm going to provide you with some beautiful sounding exercises and etudes that would make the practice of them more inspiring and more motivating. I'm Eleftheriou, these are inspiring guitar courses, and in this video we're going to talk about the intervals and more specifically the octaves. In simple words, an octave is the same note, just higher or lower. In less simple words, the octave is the interval between two pitches that have a frequency ratio of 2:1. That means that if I have a note that has the frequency of 440 Hz, the note with a frequency of 880 Hz is going to be an octave higher, and the note with 220 Hz is going to be the octave lower. Another information is that in the harmonic series, the octave is the next note after the fundamental, and it's most probably the oldest interval that humans were singing. And that doesn't mean that we can't find the octaves in popular music. Now let's see how to play the octaves on the guitar. Actually, there are two shapes, one that goes towards the body and one that goes towards the headstock of the instrument. The first one is like this. I skip one string and one fret. The same from the fifth string. Now if I do this shape from the fourth, it's going to sound like this, which doesn't sound like an octave. Why is that? It's because the weirdos, the third and the second string, are tuned in a major third and not in fourths, as all the other pair of strings. That's why I have to move this note one fret higher. There you go, that's the octave. For the same reason, the same shape happens from the third string. So, the next shape that goes towards this direction, and due to the weirdos, on this string is like this and like this. So, if you're not familiar with the octaves, that might sound too much information, but we're gonna break it down. The first bands of exercises are based on each shape individually. So we're gonna play a major scale, which is something simple, and we're gonna use each shape individually. Let's get straight to this. These 7 exercises get you familiar with all the octave shapes. That's why the next one, exercise number 8, does something slightly different. We're gonna have a motive of 2 notes and we're gonna travel this motive through different octave shapes. Let's see this. I think now it's time to blend all the shapes in one fretboard position. That's why in exercise number 9 I play a C major scale using all the shapes in one fretboard position, and I have an interesting and beautiful way to harmonize a major scale. The next exercise does something interesting. I'm gonna play just one single note, and through the octaves I'm gonna travel this note throughout the fretboard. So let's see exercise number 10. For the next exercise, we're gonna take the idea of connecting octaves as we did in exercise number 10, but we're gonna play a scale. So I'm gonna play a C major scale and I'm gonna travel the octaves throughout the fretboard. Please do enjoy the beautiful harmony behind this exercise. It's really important to be able to locate the different octaves when you play a single note on the guitar. It really helps you map where the same notes are. That's what exercise number 12 practices. Let's hear this. In the last exercise, exercise number 14, we're gonna play the octaves vertically, and we're gonna ascend with shape number 1 and descend with shape number 2. It's a helpful exercise in order to be able to change the shapes quite comfortably. Let's see this. It's really essential to see the octaves in context. That's why I made 2 beautiful sounding etudes. In the first etude, I play a melody throughout the fretboard using the octaves. It's in a smooth context and the harmonic environment is really beautiful. I used different octave shapes because they have different sound, and that would put different colors to my melody. Let's see Etude number 1. That was nice, wasn't it? In Etude number 2, I'm playing a riff using the octaves. If you are a fan of post-rock music and generally ambient stuff, this is your time. I'm using the octaves to create a wide intervallic melody, wide intervallic riff. So set your delays and let's get into it. Well, more or less that's all about this lesson. If you enjoyed it and if you appreciate this effort, please do subscribe and like this video, because it will help the algorithm to make this video accessible to more people. If you want to get these exercises and these etudes, you can do it directly on my website shop or on my Patreon page, and I really hope that it will motivate you to practice the octaves. Do subscribe because more lessons like this are gonna come. Till next time, see you.